I was diagnosed with kidney disease back in May 10th of 2010, and I was diagnosed as FSGS, which is focal. It's a long word for basically scarring of the tissue inside the kidneys. Um, Sorry guys about the video, but I was on dialysis for 3 years, and I was non-compliant, not taking my medication as I was supposed to be, and yeah, it was really hard time. The heart, blood pressure was outrageous. It was just really bad. So anyway, back in July 23rd, 2013, I received a kidney from a very special guy named Jim. And shout out to Jim. Thank you so much, Jim. And if it wasn't for Jim, I wouldn't be here talking to you. Um, but most importantly, I thank God for all He's done too, because if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be here. So it's coming up on actually July 23rd, which was, let's see here, last Sunday would have been my 4th year, yeah, 2020. Yeah, 4th year. I've been I had a kidney transplant 4 years ago, and so far so good, doing real good with it. And what does your kidneys do? Let's go there. Let's talk about your kidneys, because this is my first video on YouTube with you guys. So your kidneys is a bean shape. By the way, while I'm looking at this, here's some interesting facts for you guys. Did you know that on an average of 20 people die every day from a lack of available organ donation? That's pretty interesting. I didn't know that until I started researching all this on my website, so I wanted to tell you that. Also, did you know about 5,000 living donations occur each year? 1 in 4 donations is not biologically related. And also, did you know that one deceased donor can save up to 8 lives? That's pretty awesome. So, what does your kidneys do? Well, the kidneys, what are they rather? They are 2 bean-shaped organs that are located behind your middle back here, and they are part of the back area, and they play they're playing a key importance to many parts of everyday functions in your life. For instance, the functions include waste extraction. Like I said, they take like the foods and stuff that you put in your body, or the liquids that you put in. Your kidneys will filter that out through your blood. Um, they also control your water level balance in your body, so it keeps you from getting what you call can't think of the word, but basically what happens is your legs and ankles will swell up, and that's not a good thing. But it keeps your fluid levels equal in your blood, in your body. So that's what one of them does, or some of the function rather. Other function is red blood cell regulation. It keeps, basically what that means is it keeps your body. It tells your body to produce blood red blood cells, which is a hormone that let me read it to you. So it's trying to explain it to you. When the kidneys don't get enough oxygen, they send out a distress call in the form of a hormone that stimulates the bone marrow to produce more oxygen-carrying red blood cells. I'm sorry, I told you the wrong information. So that's what that does. Acid regulation. The cells, let's see here. Okay, foods we eat can either increase the acid in our bodies. If the body is to function properly, it needs to keep a healthy balance of those chemicals. The kidneys do that too. So I'm as you guys probably know, I'm reading from my website here. So that's some of the functions that they do. There's a lot more that they do. And let's go and talk about something else here. Okay, let's move on to what happens if your kidneys fail. Well, if they fail, one thing is you will have to be put on dialysis, and which is a treatment that filters out the waste products in your blood, and they keep track of that by simple blood tests to see what's going on with your body function. Also, secondly, there's a lot to kidney disease, and you have to keep a very good close eye on it because it's a deadly disease. If not, so let's talk about dialysis. What is dialysis? What is a kidney dialysis? Well, kidney dialysis is like a support treatment that uses a machine to filter harmful wastes, salts, and excess fluids from your body. And this restores the blood to a normal, healthy balance, which, as I was saying, that's what your kidney does. Dialysis replaces many of the kidney's important functions. Notice that's in many. It can't replace all. There's different types of dialysis. There's what you call hemodialysis, which is basically it's a machine that really probably you can't see this, but it's a machine that gets hooked up to your port in your arm, and that port is what is it connects your main artery to your vein, and it's like a loop. It's like a loop, and they call that a graft or a fistula. Rather, that's a fistula. There's two different types of well, there's different types of hookups for dialysis. There's a fistula, there's a graft, and there's one that goes right in your neck. I can't think of the name of it, but the graft is a tube that goes in your arm that makes that loop that I was telling you about, and it connects a vein, connects an artery to a vein, and it makes a loop. So your blood goes around that loop, so it circulates throughout your body, and that's where you are. Now a fistula, it actually uses your vein, your vein and artery, and they tie that together, and that creates that loop that I was telling you about. Now, let's move on to the different types of dialysis. There's hemodialysis, which is blood is filtered using dialyzer, which is a filter that you. I wish I could show you guys. Basically, it's a filter like little straws. Think of little straws inside a plastic tube, and your blood goes through those straws, and there's liquid around those straws, and that liquid takes out the poisons and the fluids and stuff out of out of your blood, but it never touches your blood, and that's pretty cool. Um, so that's what dialyzer looks like, and then the machine. Uh, let's just describe what goes on with the hemodialysis. Um, During hemodialysis, you will be hooked up to a machine that takes over the kidney's jobs of filtering blood. Um, Before the first session, the doctor will need to create an entrance into one of the blood vessels. This is what I'm telling you about. So your body can be connected to the filtering machine. This is called a vascular access. It is a place on your body where blood can be removed and then returned. Um, and then I'm just reading off my little cheat sheet here that I got, um, which I was describing to you. It's connecting an artery to a vein to create a larger blood vessel area called a fistula. Joining grafting and joining or grafting an artery and vein together using a soft plastic tube. That's what I was telling you about. That's a little confusing. It's a graft. That's a graft. So during hemodialysis session, your blood flows a little bit at a time through a special filter, which I was telling you about. Inside the machine, the filter removes waste and extra fluids from your body, but retains the proper balance of minerals such as potassium and sodium. Once the blood is cleaned, it is returned to the body. Patients often need dialysis treatment several times a week. So, and then how long each hemodialysis session lasts depends on how well your kidneys work, how much fluid you gain since your last dialysis treatment session, how much waste has gathered in your blood since your last dialysis session, your weight, the type of hemodialysis machine being used. So that's the different types of session, how long you'll be on hemodialysis. Okay, so let's go on to the next treatment, which is peritoneal dialysis, which is PD. PD is the most common choice for home treatment. It's better for you. The machine that I was telling to you or describing just a second ago, it's a lot harder on your body, a lot harder on your heart. PD is more it's more relaxing, but what it uses is there's a tube that goes into your stomach lining, and the stomach lining acts as the filter, and it takes out the toxins and liquids and minerals that don't need to be in there. And it does it by the dialysate. It's a clear liquid that is used to extract the waste products from your kidneys. So that's what PD does. I'm not going to go in real detail for that. It's getting, let's talk about when you're on hemodialysis, nutrition-wise. Well, you need to eat more high-protein foods because the dialysate takes out your I can't even speak tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Protein And then secondly, you also need to eat less high salt and high potassium, and also high foods that are high in phosphorus. And also you got to take in consideration how much you drink also. Um, if you want more information, you can go to my website, which is www.kdiseases.com, and click on nutrition. Again, that website is www.kdiseases.com. That's my website. It's called Life for Kidney Disease, and there you can get a lot of interesting facts. Let's see here. Well, let's go on to kidney diseases. How many types there is? Well, there's several types of kidney diseases. There's not just one or two. There's a lot actually. And the most common one I was telling you about is the high blood pressure and the diabetes. There's also some other common kidney diseases. It's called urinary tract infection that can cause your kidneys to fail. Also, there's well, let's move on because there's some of these words I can't really spell, but those are just some of the common causes of kidney disease. And let's see here. I wish I could show you guys a video.
The most common causes for kidney failure in the United States are really very common diseases, namely diabetes and hypertension, are increasing in their prevalence within the U.S. population. That's why I think the focus on transplantation is so important today, and the need for people to know that it's a viable option when they get in trouble. And I don't think that the information that exists out there is current or up to date. And I would encourage people that when they're told that their kidneys aren't working so well, that they really go and try to investigate and educate themselves. And I think they'll be very surprised in what they find. That, again, kidney transplantation really works.
Okay, I'm back. So hopefully you could hear what he was saying about the common causes of kidney failure. Let's see here. Let's click on. They have some cool stuff.
Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Mark Gittens of New Ulm.
Sorry about that, guys. Let's see here. They have some really neat stuff on here. We just did that. Let me show you this, or let you listen to this video.
Living donor kidney transplant, as the name implies, happens between two people, usually someone that has a connection to the person that they're donating to. And it's an operation where both procedures take place on the same day at the same time. One person donates one of their kidneys to the other. All of us have two kidneys. So we know, again, from many years of practice now, that a normal human being can live just perfectly well on one kidney and have a completely normal life. That's what allows us to perform this operation. When people are evaluated for being a living donor, it's a very extensive process. even though we want to help the person that needs the kidney, when it comes to living donation, our very first directive is to protect the donor. We don't want to put someone who's having an otherwise normal life and make them sick from doing this. So in that regard, the donors undergo the best medical evaluation of their life. Evaluated not only for any potential short-term medical risk, but also for any long-term medical risk. And in addition, they go through a comprehensive social evaluation so that we know that they understand what they're doing, they understand what the implications may be in the future, and that, more importantly, that it fits within their life. I think because we practice living donation in this very comprehensive way, in this way, really very protective way for the donor, that's probably been, in my mind, the main reason why it's succeeded so well over the years. And that's what makes it such a viable option in transplantation today.
I hope that helped you guys out, and let's talk. That's some of the topics I was talking to you guys earlier about.